Here we go, let's set up some wiring for a V-rod on the handlebars. So you can see in here there's two little holes. We're just going to release that plug. So we're going to put in there those pliers and we're just going to pull that and that'll pop out. Sometimes it doesn't, you've got to have it a couple of goes. And you can see the pins are all sitting a lot shorter in there. This is a magic tool that we've come up with. Here we go, it's your paper clip. Folded out paper clip, plain and boring. There's a little wee hole here, you'll see that in a minute. Just need to go into there. You go in and you're going to release the pin that's in there. There's got to be a notch on the top of the pin. And you're just going to grab it, release it and give it a pull. Sometimes you just got to find your way in there. Doesn't happen every time. There is a perfect tool you can get to do this, but a paper clip works just as good as any. You'll see once here we go. Perfect, you can see that we notch on there. Here we go, that's it there. That's what we got to get in there and free up. So we're just going to go through all of these and do all of them. See, another one, another one, another one. You don't need to watch me do all of them, you get the gist of it, eh? So I've unplugged both those. So I've already pre-checked all these wires previous. As you can see, they've already got existing joins in them. So I've already gone through, checked them all, recovered them in heat shrink to make sure they're safe. So now we're just going to slip over some cable cover, some heat shrink. So this is a nice looking cable cover heat shrink that we use. It's not your standard plain rubber one. It's actually got a bit of a cloth look to it, but it does shrink down. So we're just going to get that up and over there so it's enough. So we're going to put the switch blocks back into the controls. You can see there, it's going to be enough that I can still wiggle it around. There's the indicator wire there, so that's all through there as well. And just using a normal heat gun here, nothing over the top, no special tool, just a standard heat gun. You can see it shrinking in there. This also doesn't shrink down tight onto the wires, real tight, so that if we need to move something, we can move it later on as well. It's always trying to think ahead of the next person, if there is ever a next person, if there ever is an issue. And hey, these are machines, there can be issues. So yeah, we'll go through and we'll just see, I'll just use that just to position it so it's in the right spot. So I've locked it to it. And now we'll go through and we'll just heat it all up nice and make it all look pretty. So we will now go through and just shrink the whole lot down. So I'm going to stop talking and you can just watch. So yeah, the heat shrink's all nice and on there now. So now we're just going to put some adhesive shrink on there now. So this is going to glue to it and just hold everything in place nicely. So we'll just heat shrink that on. We'll do both ends of the cables like this. I'm not going to show you the other side, you get the drift of it. So you just do this to both sides. And then when it comes out the bars, it all looks nice and pretty.